All right, ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Starr here. We have a special podcast for you. This one's going to be majority off the cuff. We've got some guests. We've got Big Jake here. Jake, you want to say hi?
G'day guys, name's Jake, 29 years old. Been in this industry now for 12 years, I think.
Male stripping?
Pardon? Yeah, male stripping. Prostitution. Been PTing for 10 years and the last 2 years since COVID happened, online coach now and business is booming, doing good.
That's the way it's all going, online coaching.
It's good.
And Jarvis?
Guys, how are you? Jarvis Murrian, 28 years old. Team Muscle Murrian, the owner and head coach and also the founder of Lifted Nutrition. I think I've been coaching now for about roughly 7 to 8 years. And in regard to the supplement industry, I've been involved for about, I'd say, a solid 6 to 7 years. And then last year ventured out and obviously started my own supplement company. And here we are, growing faster than expected, so I can't complain.
And you're about, fuck, that was bad. You're about 12 months in on the supplement company, right?
Just under, I'd say about 9 months in. So got my first, all my stock landed in June, mid-June last year. So it's been about 9 months.
It's already pumping.
And yeah,
we'll talk about how you got
now
that
we're
pumping
doing
quickly too.
Pretty big orders.
And my favourite person of all of us, sorry guys, but Gus. I've got a soft one for you.
Got that.
The most controversial Gus.
Gus Trainor.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
So young.
I did fuck all, I just made TikToks. But apparently it's resonating with Johnny and the boys, so I'll take that. I've never coached anyone. I've never done fuck all. I literally post thirst traps on Instagram. Hope to fuck they work. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But
So good.
here we are on the couch with the boys. Let's go.
All right, so I'll kind of run this for us. So this was an idea. Actually, Jake, you bought some clothes from me. And I thought, oh, this is so cool. Jake looks good. I sent you some extra stuff. And then we started talking and we're like, let's do a podcast together. But one thing I noticed is people say things, but they never get around doing it.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, I really want to do a podcast with some of the local Melbourne guys.
That'd be good.
And just people can relate to us. We pretty much know most of Melbourne
100%.
through our different groups.
Yeah.
You're from up Ringwood Way. Jarvis, where are you living around?
Down Narre Warren.
Down Narre. You're in
Southeast.
Port Melbourne. I'm in Hughesdale, Oakley, Chadston area. So we're covering most of Melbourne.
You've
so
just told the entire podcast where we all live. So if there's anyone who doesn't like any of us, we're all fucked.
yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't.
My
It's either going to be me or you, let's be honest.
But we thought we'd do it. So we went and trained last week, Jarvis and myself, after the expo.
Yep.
We smashed that.
Thanks for the
We
invite.
saw
Cheers.
Jake. I think you just left. You were like so tired.
I think you had a slut lined up.
we saw Jake at the gym.
That's exactly what happened.
I told you.
Yeah,
We
sorry.
saw Jake at the gym, and we're like, hey, let's get that podcast happening, the three of us. We need another person. I'm like, we need a sick cunt.
We're thinking for a while.
we thought for a while, I'm like,
Who's going to piss everyone off?
yeah, we need something this week controversial. So I'm like, let's get Gus. So we started a group chat, and then within a week, it's been about a week.
We got it running within a week,
We
yeah.
got it running within a week. So
literally a week.
one thing is, if you got an idea, no one's fucking, half the time people aren't doing things, just do it.
It's the only way
Yeah.
to be successful. Just come
Yeah.
out and do it. Stop
In
fucking saying you
Melbourne,
gotta
we
do
almost
something.
have a major upper hand on a lot of other places simply because people here, 9 times out of 10, do fuck all. So if you can come up with the idea and fucking do it, because people don't execute here. People think they don't
no way.
execute.
Like, even if
of
you
talk.
don't execute it properly, as long as you're executing it, it's still going to be better than
Doesn't have to be
Yeah.
perfect.
90%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
a
right.
lot of talk,
course.
but not many people walk. And I think
Yeah.
even if you're lost, just start moving. Like just whatever direction you're going in, just start somewhere. Because I hear it all the time. I've got the new best idea. I'm going to start this. I'm going to start that. I hear the same people talking about the same shit 2 years later. Have they done anything to execute? No, fuck no. And they're still talking about the next best idea.
100%. So we're thinking of a name to call this too. And
You came up
You
with
came up with
I
good
come up
name.
with a great name. Like, guys, it's anything but macros.
Yes.
That's
We
it.
don't want to talk about the
No.
boring shit.
No,
Yeah.
the boring
no,
shit is it's got to go. The boring,
It's all the same. Calories in, calories out. This and that. Metabolism.
Train hard.
Gear. Train hard. Like,
Like, there'll be some good points
Yeah.
in this, but
but every reel is sort of the same now. The content's the same. Let's
Yeah.
put something else up and talk about life experiences, distractions, motivation, mental health too. That's a big thing I've
Yeah.
dealt with in the past, and like I'm happy to talk about it. I've come through
how to
it.
deal with the negativity too.
The negativity, the hate, like there's so much of that.
Because I think a lot of us here has copped a lot of it too.
Yeah,
of course,
big time.
of
Big-
course.
big
Anybody
time.
who puts themselves out on social media, or not even just social media, but anyone who puts themselves out as a business owner or somebody who's trying to be an entrepreneur and do things,
Yeah.
you're always going to cop it. You are always going to cop the tall poppy syndrome of people trying to bring you down.
I think I've learnt this from you too. Like Whether you do good, whether you do bad, people are going to talk
Always,
shit,
bro.
regardless.
Always.
So once you learn to block the noise out,
Yeah.
and I've learned this specifically from you, once you learn to block the noise out, I think you start moving places.
And at the end of the day, people are talking shit. They're just jealous.
Yeah.
Especially like we don't go out of the way to make anyone hate us.
Yeah.
If you're hating, you're jealous.
Nobody
Like,
above you is ever going to talk shit.
If
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Couldn't have said it better.
Yeah.
Go,
Do you
Jake.
think I give a fuck if someone hates me?
Yeah.
That person probably doesn't even love themselves
That's
at the
it.
end of the day.
Yeah.
Word.
And if they got a problem, they need to look at themselves first before they go around, you know.
Hurt
Well, the
people, hurt people.
The
That's-
fact that
that's
you're
what I'm
being
saying.
noticed already puts
Yeah.
you on a pedestal, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
So,
The amount of people who have, and obviously I put myself out as a bit of a larrikin and talk a bit of shit, but the underlying message behind it is a good one. But the amount of times that I have copped hate or copped abuse or copped this, that or the other
I've seen it, man.
on social media,
Yeah.
I cop it all the time. I could not give the slightest fart of a fuck.
okay.
I really don't care.
But how do you get to that point, though?
Of not caring.
Yeah.
I think it's a tough one. I think it just comes with.
Is your
I
upbringing?
think it comes with consistently chasing your fucking goals, really.
Yeah.
Because and if you, it's not even about seeing the rewards of it. Like it's not about seeing it. It's just constantly moving forward on that
Yeah.
treadmill, constantly going forward. You don't give a fuck. Like what if so?
Yeah.
You're never gonna meet somebody in person that's gonna give you shit.
No, and
At least I haven't.
You know what else it is? It's the self-work you've done on yourself
Yeah.
to make you,
Exactly.
not care about the
Bro,
outside noise.
me, Johnny, and I'm sure you two as well, have come from the pits of fucking hell. I couldn't give a fuck.
that's it,
No
that's
one
it.
knows the points that I've been in life.
There's
They
actually,
just don't.
I might read this to you. I actually read
Yeah.
it down before. There's a quote that stuck with me, and I've got through a lot of hard times with this, especially when you hear that outside noise talking shit about things you don't even know about yourself. I'm like, fuck, sometimes it does get to you. I'll read this quote to you. It goes like this. It's okay becoming the villain in someone else's story, even if you weren't. Never forget, people will turn it into whatever it is they want you to be, so their internal narrative can always seem right to them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
perfect.
that is spot on.
I've actually been asked about you too. There's someone goes, "Hey man, what do you think about that Gus guy? You know, he's
Well-
controversial." And
How did I find out about Gus through you?
yeah, I actually sent Johnny's one of Gus's stories. I said, "Fuck, bro, this guy puts up some good content." I'll let you take over actually, because this is a good story.
Because we both have our brands, and I'm evolving I started as an influencer with Gymshark and all these other brands. I was an OG influencer, man. There's no one really before me
Nah, there wasn't.
in this game. It was like his brother, and then I came along.
But I remember seeing you back in the day. Like,
There was
Yeah.
Nassau
'Cause
as
I'm
well.
old. I'm 35 next week, so I'm
Are
really
you 35 next
35
week?
next week. I'm a grandpa.
That growth is doing wonders.
GHR, boy.
You look 25.
GH is good, yeah.
Yeah.
But I do take care of my skin and eat well. But I went through hell with hate. Fucking, I was I come from a good religious Christian family. I just love training. I was very dedicated, very disciplined. I got the physique. I put myself out there, started strong, and then it was actually my friends that turned on me. The bodybuilders.
That's the worst.
The bodybuilders who were
find
in
that.
this scene, my old coach as well, won't mention his name, these are the ones that turned on me. I travelled to Tomorrowland with these guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These are the ones, I would give these guys fucking T3 and Clen and diuretics to go do photo shoots and tell them how to get into shape, and they'd be the one of them would post that I was dead and committed suicide.
What?
My parents are getting calls going, Johnny's dead. Like, these are the shit they used to say. But I went through a lot of hate in the early days. Now I'm still sensitive to it. Like, I always will be, but I've hardened the fuck up. That's why when I met you and I met Piero the other day at the expo, you can't give people a reason to talk shit about you. No. You have to really hold a high ground. Or what Gus does, because Gus is actually acting half the time. He does it for controversy.
To an extent, yeah.
But you're actually very, very smart guy. He does it on purpose to get views and reels, and that's why I liked him. So Jarvis sent me Gus's Instagram. He goes, look at this kid. My initial action was, fuck, he's out there. I love this shit.
Yeah.
What a sick cunt. And then I actually wanted to get you on the team, and then I met Ned,
Yeah.
and I knew Ned was friends with you,
Yeah.
and I said, hey, I really want this guy on my team. He goes, oh, show him how motivated you are, and then you came over. And,
Yeah.
I freaking...
It's a really funny story. So me and Ned went to school together. So we started off going to a sports academy in Ashwood. And I started there when I was 13. Ned would have been 15. And when we were younger, Ned would always have you on his phone. It would always be like, Johnny Starr, sick as fucking cunt. It would would have been when he was 16. He started bodybuilding, competing 16, 17.
Yeah.
His number one idol in
my early 20s.
yeah, his number one idol was always Johnny Starr.
I swear you were my wallpaper for one.
Yeah, bro, like everyone,
Yeah, that's
everyone
crazy.
in Melbourne bodybuilding looked up
Yeah.
to Johnny, and that was just like that was the thing. And
Everyone wanted a chest like Johnny. That's
Yeah.
what I remember. Everyone wanted a chest
but it was
like
like it was just like a thing. Like it was like, you know, you look at Ziz, you look at Johnny, you look at all these guys. It's just like you put them on this pinnacle of like you are a god, right? And that's what Ned did. I did to an extent, but not like what Ned did. It was a whole nother thing. And I think Johnny followed me and messaged me or something. And then I send it to Ned. I'm like, look at this. Look who messaged me. He goes, get fucked, cunt. There's no fucking way. Starts spinning out, right? And then I think you guys got chatting on Instagram or something, and you were in a Chemist Warehouse.
I met him at Chemist Warehouse.
Yeah, and Ned bumped into Johnny.
Yeah.
And they were chatting, whatever. Ned calls me straight after. He goes, I just fucking met Johnny Starr. I'm like, what, bro? He was like, I just fucking met him at Chemist Warehouse. He goes, I think I cooked it. I was shitting myself. Like, I fucked it up. I'm like, no, you didn't, bro. Like, relax. It's going to be okay. Like, it's fine.
Good
And then
story,
fast forward, I think literally a week or two later, you figured out you lived in a similar area.
He lives down the road from me.
You became mates.
I said, he's got this guy, Ned.
Yeah.
He's good looking. He's half Asian, half Greek or something. Aussie or-
No, he's like English.
He's a half. He's got this look that can kind of relate to more people.
Yeah.
He's good looking. He's got a great physique. I reckon I can mold him into an influencer. So I started encouraging him. Man, this guy's getting cameras. We did a session with Scott. I said, Scott, I need a favour. I want you to coach. Scott's 150 a week. Ned and Gus, they're going to fucking blow up. I'm going to build these kids. But I was encouraging you guys so much and giving you leadership as a strategy, especially you. I said, I need you to be a leader. I need you to take control. And these two have just pushed my brand, just helped me push it, which has motivated me.
But we looked up to you a lot. And I was with, I won't mention the companies, but I was with other companies through sponsorships, I had contracts, and
NEVERHOME's like not doing much at all. It's still very small.
Yeah,
But you saw
compared
potential.
to the companies I was with, they were huge, And so, literally, I could see Johnny's personality and how much I respected him, and I thought, you know what, I can do all this with these big companies. I can do my best to get as much attention from these companies as I can, but at the end of the day, I don't know who owns it. I don't know the investors who are behind it. It's not a family. I'm not being looked after. And I thought, you know what? Fuck all that. Like, that shit it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter. And whilst I was appreciative of it, I wanted to be in a circle and in a network of people who were going to be going really hard and pushing me. I'd be pushing them close knit, and it wasn't a thought process for me. I said to Johnny, he was like, oh, can I give you some shirts? All right. And I said, bro, like, sponsor me. Like, just I'll do whatever the fuck you want me to for your brand. I don't care. On board? Yeah. And Johnny was like, well, aren't you with this guy, this team? I'm like, I'll drop him. I don't care. I'll drop him for you in a heartbeat. I don't mind whatsoever.
And I didn't even tell you I had my business partner is a billionaire, right? Like, he's very wealthy. I didn't even tell you that at that stage.
No.
Because once people hear about that, they get a bit more excited.
I wanted free short shorts, bro. That was all I wanted.
So, but I know these kids, he's the next generation.
Yeah.
He's the guy that's out there, doesn't give a fuck, puts himself out there, happy to do the podcast. I was talking to him about the podcast last night. I'm like, bro, you're built for this. Just be yourself, be a sick cunt, talk shit, talk about gangbanging milfs. I don't care, whatever you want.
No, we haven't got to that yet. Okay. We're on the way there, though. We are definitely
whatever
on the way.
he wants, he's got the balls to do it. And we need young guys like this this is the future now.
They're going to build the brands up.
These are the ones building the brands. And you know what? He'll have his own brand. I started NEVERHOME at 23, so I've had it for nearly 11 years now. I was your age when and back then it's hard, man. The phones were different back then. Yeah. Suppliers
like
emailing now, and like I'm hand drawing shit. Like, it is so much easier now.
Bro, if you were well known back then, you made it. You definitely made it back then. Like,
It was a lot
It
harder.
was hard.
Liftwear or someone like that. Like,
It's
there's
hard.
only a certain amount of brands was doing it
Who
properly
would it have
back
been? Like
then.
Strong Liftwear, Do You Even?
Right, even right away back
Right
then.
Yeah, right
Yeah,
away.
right away
now-
doing well now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You guys
now,
are old as
But
fuck.
now every second person can do it because,
Yeah.
social media.
Social
Yeah,
media.
social media is big.
And that's the thing that people need to remember as well, is that if you can make content on social media, and you can consistently put out good stuff, you are at levels above everybody else. Because it's such a tool that you can use for free to advertise whatever it is you want.
You know what? Especially if you talk to the camera.
But that's number one.
It's like
Your last video was hilarious.
Like it's like they sort of become friends with you.
relate.
Exactly right.
I have people inquire, like, I'm just resonating with your video so much. I want to be coached by you.
Yeah.
Ever since I started doing reels, my fucking
it's
business
number
has
one.
gone through
Jake,
the
do you know
roof.
why? Do you know what made me really love you? Because he did this fucking funny video.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It's
which one
like
it is.
which
he's
one?
like,
The
it's
one
like
with the trend bottle.
it's like meal prep, working out, blah blah blah. Then it shows this bottle of Trent at the very end. I'm like, he's got a personality.
Oh, has Gus seen it?
Hey,
No,
your,
bring it up
your
and-
one
and
as well.
we'll edit
That
it on
blew
the
up.
screen
That
after.
blew up. Your one.
That was funny. I go, oh,
this is fucking
he's
funny,
not
mate.
because everyone's too straight to 180.
Yeah.
Jarvis, how about tell everyone? We'll get back to the topic, but getting yourself out on social media, it is hard. Scott won't mind me saying this.
Yeah.
Show him that.
Push the fucking pack off of the porch or break a pound down. Strap it to blow.
Okay, I want to get onto Jarvis quickly.
Yeah.
You two now. You're doing heaps more content with the cameras. I see
Yeah.
what you're doing. Jarvis too. Was it hard for you to get to that stage? Because I'll tell you now, I tell so many people on Instagram, make content, get a camera. No one fucking does it. Nobody does it.
Oh,
Nobody
listen.
does. No, but
Got a
you did
camera,
it.
yeah.
And Scotty only did it because I forced him to do it. And now he's got so many clients.
I think once you learn to use social media to your advantage as well,
Yeah.
to actually make money and leverage off it, fuck, it's endless. It's
Once you
actually
start seeing the
endless.
results from it,
And once
too,
you start
then
seeing
you're
the
like,
results,
fuck,
it's ridiculous.
Okay, this actually works. And like at the start, I was like, fuck, cunt's gonna think I'm a goose.
No, I hated
You know,
making
like-
content.
That's what everyone's idea
Yeah.
is. That's what
Yeah.
I
That's
own a
frowned
social
upon.
media marketing company. I don't know if I've told you this. I've told you that.
He's got his own
you told
marketing
me.
company.
Yeah, that's my whole business. Is
Yeah.
obviously social media marketing, account management. It's all content. My whole life essentially revolves around making content for other people, myself, and brands and businesses. If you aren't in 2024, if you don't have a strong foothold in social media and making good quality content, you are
Done.
20 steps behind everyone else.
Guaranteed.
And the thing is, once you can be consistent with it, the results you see are fucking
Phenomenal.
exponential. Like you
And
can't
as long
mimic
as-
it any other way.
As long as you can let go of like the fear of cunts giving you shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like at the start, even my mates, you know, they don't fucking have
Bro,
Instagram.
everybody-
They're like, oh, you're gay doing that shit. So
Yeah.
I fucking, yeah, no worries. I'll wipe my tears with the dollar bills I'm making now.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
it.
care.
I used to cop it so much from every cunt, non-stop. I'd be posting videos in my undies. My mates would be like, you are a faggot. Like just non-stop, right? And now, obviously, it's like the Aussie kind of giving everyone shit thing.
Yeah.
But now, like I don't
poppy
even
syndrome,
cop,
bro.
it
It's
is.
what
I don't
it
cop
is.
shit anymore.
Well,
but
I
in
got-
saying
I
that,
got-
I've
I
got. Go
I
on.
got specifically asked about you. They said, fuck, what do you think about that guy Gus? I'm like, yeah, from far as I know, he's a good kid. He's like, do you like the shit he posts? I said, to be fair, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't affect me in any way. I reckon he's fucking
You know why it
alright.
doesn't affect you?
I reckon
'Cause
he's
you're
fucking... I'm doing the same shit. Yeah,
Yeah, but not even that, bro. Like, you're not insecure, cunt. The only
insecure,
people
exactly,
it affects is
guaranteed.
insecure people.
Guaranteed. No,
Jake,
I reckon he's a good
fucking
bloke.
Spot on.
Yeah.
Spot on.
And this industry is full of insecure people.
fucked.
Especially the fitness industry,
Oh,
because
it's
we're all
so
about
bad.
our physiques as well.
Yeah.
Oh, tall poppy syndrome to a
much.
T here, bro.
Body
That's all it is.
dysmorphia too.
Humility trumps at all times. You got to stay humble.
Yeah,
At
which
all
which
times.
it almost like it halts the industry as well, because if
Yeah.
people didn't have that mentality and everybody worked together and did things together, it would be better for everyone.
Oh, 100%,
but we
mate.
are 5 to 10 years behind every other country on earth when it comes to so many different things, purely because of that, because people constantly just put each other down, give each other shit. And now I'm not saying this, I've spoken so much shit on social media, so much shit. But behind the cameras, the same people I'm talking shit about, I'm messaging saying, hey bro, like, you know, let's do this, or I have this idea, do you want to work on this? And then when they say no,
he's
get
an
fucked,
angel.
then it goes to another level, and then
Gus
I
is
really
an angel. I get to,
Yeah,
got to know him.
So
but the
you
thing-
know
He'll
when
message
and where.
me. Gus will
Yeah,
message me and
yeah.
go, hey, Johnny, just so you know, because I love you, I think you should do this with your business and pull back on the marketing here, and we should focus more on content. He'll send me a 2-page essay.
There you go.
He's not invested in it.
That's why
I
he's
send you
one
my
of your
BSB and
athletes.
account number at the end of it, but yeah.
No, but seriously, you
I'm
give
not
a
cheap.
fuck. So Jarvis started making content because I pushed him. I see you're doing it. You're doing it too. Does it get you clients?
Yeah.
100% it does.
100%. Like, they start
100%.
resonating with you. Like,
Yeah.
you become approachable.
It's so much more engaging as well.
Yeah,
when,
approachable. Yeah.
Like you go to my Instagram before I started, it was just fucking me flexing the fucking mirror, like you know.
Actually
yeah.
intimidating.
Yeah, it's that.
Writing up long
Intimidating. Big
posts.
Aside
guy.
from the chicks
What are
you
you,
get
6
from
foot
it,
two?
it's good,
Are you,
but-
you're single?
Huh?
You single?
I'm seeing someone at the moment.
Okay. He's single, ladies.
It counts. It
And
counts.
yeah, you'd put up a photo and type this massive paragraph hoping someone would read it.
No one's
fucking
no
reading-
one
no
reads
one's fucking
shit.
reading
No
shit.
one
No one reads
No
no
one's reading
paragraphs.
My best
put on
engaging
Instagram.
posts are ones where I go, life lately, and I put
Yeah.
up 10 photos.
That,
Oh, you reckon?
Or you just put
Yeah,
the
just-
but
I reckon a video.
Shorter,
yeah,
shorter better.
reels 100%.
Just short form videos,
Yeah.
talking shit,
But
being
even if
being
like
personable.
you're like even if it's informative, people actually listen. They don't
Yeah.
want to read. They don't want to
No,
sit there
no,
and read
no.
through every fucking post. They want to actually listen to something good. And if it catches their eye at the start, they'll stay for the whole reel. Like
You've got
gotta,
that-
you got to be
What I was
catchy
telling you,
quick.
that split second, they call it the split second golden rule. As soon as you put up a reel, that first split
Yeah.
second has to be engaging.
Like that
If it's
fir-
not, boom, scroll straight past.
Or just like make them laugh or something at the start.
Yeah.
Like the last reel I put
Has
up,
to be.
fucking mine was about shoulder raises. But at the start, it was my bloated fucking head after surgery.
That was funny.
you know?
That was funny. I
It's
still
got to be
remember that.
engaging. But yeah, like I said, once you learn to leverage social media, fuck, you're laughing.
People are humans, bro. They
You're
want to
laughing.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
it's fitness
make them
industry.
laugh. They're like,
If
make
you,
it
if you show a
resonate
bit of
to 'em.
vulnerability, people it resonates with people.
100%.
Yeah.
That's what I said to you guys before this.
Yeah.
Show some vulnerability.
Yeah.
100%. You have
More
to. Like,
relatable.
for example, who else is going to show their bloated face after a surgery? Like, not many people be
What
too
surgery did you
insecure.
get?
I had hairline transplant.
Did you?
That's
Yeah.
me next,
Where,
boys.
here, or did you go to Turkey?
Sydney.
No, yeah.
Fuck.
I'm not taking this hat off. You're not seeing shit.
Why do you think I got a fucking hat on? I haven't had the surgery yet.
Bro, it's
Jarvis, your game is fucked. Johnny's hat is staying on. You got
Hey,
a good
man,
hairline.
I've got a good head of hair, actually.
You got a great head of hair.
Great head of hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, all
That's
the
because I
new
don't
ones
take
are falling
Primo.
off
Primo
now.
makes hair fall out. I swear.
Primo, man.
Primo no good.
Game changer. But sick look.
What's your view? I'm gonna ask a couple of questions now. So sometimes you see coaches that think they're better than other people because they're in shape. What's your view on that? Because sometimes I see
Got
coaches
to
talk
practice
about
what you preach.
overweight
You
people
have
being
to
lazy.
practice what you
Yeah.
preach.
You have
Man.
to practice what you preach, 100%.
So-
oh, look at him taking
Like,
the top
I'm
off
sorry,
as we
but
say
no,
that.
no. I'm sorry, but how do you expect your clients to believe in you if you can't even set the right example?
Yeah.
Well, it's a bit different if like you've done it for years and you're an older person now.
Yeah, like you could have
fucking-
had the experience in the past, though. Yeah, you don't have to. I disagree.
Why is
Jarvis.
that? Tell me.
Okay, so let's say you were.
It depends on context.
It does depend
For
on context.
example, pro
Oh, okay,
bodybuilders
okay.
like Olympia, Mr. Olympias, they're all coach old
Yeah,
guys
that-
with
yeah,
fat
that-
guts and
that's
shit.
what I was
They've
gonna
done
say.
it, yeah.
That's what I was gonna say,
But
yeah.
they have the knowledge that you need, so of course they're going to be
That's
a
right.
coach.
There's a fine line,
There
but
is.
I just don't like people being too cocky about it as well. Because what I'm trying to get at is, I saw a coach bagging some girl that passed away from being overweight. Man, you know my whole family's pretty much overweight.
Yeah.
Like my cousins, my brothers, they're all a bit
Bro,
chubby.
I used to be overweight. I could show you a
Yeah.
photo. You would not believe it's me.
I'm not going to bag them. They're my family. I'm not going to.
I'll bring it up.
You know
for
what?
guys.
You know my women's range. I'll tell you a funny story quickly. I only made a certain size for my women's range. I went and saw my cousin, lovely girl. She's a bit bigger. I didn't even have clothes that would fit her that are coming in.
Oh,
I
bro, you
messaged
get
my-
roasted. Like, but you fucking
You
launch
got-
that.
yeah,
you get
and
roasted.
I'm talking big sizes,
Yeah.
big, pretty big, like
Yeah.
huge. I said to my supplier, I need stuff this big because I need bigger sizes of stuff. You can't isolate those people who just don't have the knowledge or who are not in shape.
I've
like
seen
us.
people get outed, like companies get outed for not having extra large clothing,
You
like
have-
active wear clothing. It's like, oh, you don't support us big girls? Like I think
100
everything
Yeah,
needs to be
good luck
covered, man.
navigating that one, Johnny.
I can see where you're
Good
coming
luck.
from, 100%, and I totally agree with that. But being a coach as well, you got to remember you have to set the right example.
I agree. I
Yeah.
consciously stay in shape.
Yeah,
I make sure there's no one in shape more than me.
yeah, guaranteed.
Everywhere I go.
Yeah.
In comp or not, I'll still be in better shape than people competing.
Yeah.
Do you know
That's
why?
another thing. I don't think you should be a contest prep coach without doing a comp yourself.
I cannot
Wow,
agree
yeah.
anymore. If you
Yeah, that's
haven't
true as well.
walked the jungle yourself, there is
Fuck, do
no
not do
way
it.
you should be leading.
Yeah,
other
you
people
might
through
have
it.
the knowledge, but do you have the mental capacity? Have you been through that mental toughness and that fucking exertion to push your client through it?
And
No.
when your client's in the pits 2 weeks out, if you've got no idea what they're going through unless you've been through it yourself. How do you navigate someone else
Can't.
through that if you haven't been through it
can't.
yourself? You can't. You genuinely can't.
I respect you coaches because
So
I
it's
don't.
for
I wouldn't
contest
want to
prep
have to
coaches.
take that pressure on
Yeah.
getting someone on stage. Me, I can do it because that's fine. But
Have you
taking,
competed before?
You got ADHD.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why.
yeah,
I didn't know that.
and I'll compete again.
I fucking love it.
in 3 or 4
bro.
years
I love taking
when I get
people
bigger.
to the stage. I love it. I've had over 80 plus first places in ICN since I
Fuck,
started.
really?
Yeah.
Fuck, there you go.
That's amazing.
And then I took it to, I wanted to level up and go to IFBB. And every time I've put a girl or guy on stage, either first or top 3.
That's
So,
mad.
fuck,
Good
I
on you.
love it, man. I love it.
So is your so you're running your? I've got Never. I'm a real estate agent full time. I got NEVERHOME. I'm doing minimum 16 hours a day every day of the week. I took half a day off last Sunday. It's the only way you're going to get ahead, and building teams. You're running your marketing agency.
Yeah, so Melt Marketing.
Melt Marketing.
Yeah.
Can you do quite a lot of things in that? Can you talk about that a little bit?
A little bit. I mean, we work with a lot of clients, a lot of, I guess, content creators, businesses, brands. Yeah, we're pretty full on. But I do lots of other stuff. I have lots of other stuff in the works. And then as part of that, whatever brands and businesses we're working with, we consult with them as well. So
Hero was almost consulting for me as well. You are.
but Johnny chose someone else, so it's it's all
No, I already had him before
kidding,
you
I'm kidding.
started.
No, but yeah, so that's the main focus. But I mean, with the content, I was pumping stuff really hard, and it got to the point where I'm like, I'm
You're
out.
going hard.
But I was outlaying a lot of money for it, and I was spending a lot of time on that. So, like with you boys, if you're pumping content, it's directly going back into your coaching, right? So it's always funneling back into that. Mine was essentially just building my brand up for my business in the background while I built that up. But as I'm doing that, I'm putting it did work, but I'm putting less effort into the business. So I'm like, all right, fuck. I need to take a back seat for a little bit from going crazy. And I had some other stuff going on in the background as well, but I need to take the back seat just for a little bit. But all right, let's focus on fucking work, getting my head straight, getting my mental right. And then when the time's right, we'll jump back into it. And this like here is like the first proper like filming session that I've had in probably
We've been talking about it for a while.
probably 4 or 5 months, I reckon. Yeah.
Jarvis, you're running Lifted Nutrition. You started less than 12 months ago. Flying, great supplements. You're also an online coach, and you're pretty much a pro bodybuilder. Look at his arms. How are you managing all that? Plus, you're about to get married. Just
tough.
bought your first house. You're managing a few things. How are you doing it? And then I'll ask you the same question too. Think about the answer.
I'm not going to lie.
Because you're doing a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I do a lot, and I see you and go, oh, wow, this guy's very busy. Same as you guys.
House renos, planning a wedding, lifted, coaching.
Can you hear it? Is that
It's all happening. Yeah. There's a lot going on right now. And I think having a good support crew has been the number one driver of me.
I'm going to talk about girls.
My
in a sec.
family, my partner.
Touchy subject.
Hands down, I've got the best parents in the world. I don't care what anyone says, I've got the best parents in the world, hands down.
Lucky.
I've got the best partner in the world, hands down. The support I get is next level. So I think for me, it makes me actually work a lot harder, seeing these people vouch for me and seeing how much they care about me. It makes me work so much harder.
You probably inspire them too.
But at the same time, I reckon I do inspire them as well. I've definitely inspired my partner as well. But I think, like I said to you the other day, I think learning to be more productive, being busy is not a flex. Everyone's busy. You've got heaps of shit on your plate. You've got tons of shit on your plate. Everyone, like when you talk to someone, what's the first thing they say? Oh, how you been, man? Yeah, good, bro. I've been busy. Fuck, busy's not. It's the first thing they say.
Yeah. You can be busy
So now when
doing
someone
nothing.
asks me, bro, how you been? Like, how's she going? I'm like, yeah, man, I'm good. Like, fucking loving life. Life's been productive. So I think learning how to be productive is so much more,
It is.
than just being busy.
Busy.
And
Because as Johnny just said, you can be busy and be doing nothing.
you're doing nothing, yeah. Everyone's busy. You got a lot of shit on your plate. You know, everyone's got shit to do. Family shit,
I'll grab
social
it in a
shit,
sec.
work shit, whatever you got. Everyone's fucking busy, but learning
How
to
do
be
you
productive.
How do you stop being busy with the non-dollar productive and focus on the dollar productive?
That's the hard thing.
How do you do that? How do you not go-
Accountability,
How do
self-accountability.
you push yourself to go, this is what's going to make me money now. I don't feel like it. I got to message this client. I got to do this. That is where most people get stuck. I see it every day at work. You know what pisses me off at my work? There's people in my office that eat lunch, they go and put the dishes in the sink and leave it there all day. I'm thinking, why wouldn't you just wash it right
then,
now and put it away? Like you're double handling it.
Yeah.
This is the shit. I'm so anal on things like that. How do you push yourself to get things done that's important? Like your business, right? Stocks coming in. You go on a different. We had the expo the other day. We got shit done real
For
quick.
me, different story. I've got dates to deal with. Like for something like you, materialistic things. You're good. I've got dates on my products. If I'm not moving them, I'm fucked. I've got a lot of money
that's
sitting
true.
there.
Yeah, that's
I've got
a
over
good point.
150 grand sitting in my garage, and if I'm not moving them by a specific date,
Yeah, you're
it's
fucked.
dead stock. I'm fucked.
You have to sell
So
it.
that drives me. Looking at that stock in the
Well, you
garage.
couldn't even sell it if it was.
You
past
can't,
the
yeah.
date.
And plus now doing
Yeah,
wholesale.
you got to relabel it. Like I've heard some other people.
Oh,
do
a lot
it.
of people do it, but now doing wholesale, it's not
bad.
just, all right, I got dates. I got a fucking shortened period of time because I need to give the supplier or the retailer dates to move it as well. So now rather than having 2 years, I've got a year to move it. And moving wholesale orders, it's fucking scary. When you get that stock coming in, it's like, shit, this has got to go in a year. Looking at, like, let's just say hypothetically enough, my Regenerate resale value, it's over $100,000. It's over $100,000 worth of stock. Just one product, and it's like, fuck, that's got to go in a year. And if it doesn't, I'm lost my money.
Yeah.
So that drives me.
That's actually a good.
That's
problem to
intense.
have.
That drives me.
That's
need
big
something to push
motivation.
I walk into my garage and I'm like, fuck, I've got to push this today. I've got to make a story about this
I
product
hope
today
I've got a
because
few
of this
sales
reason.
for you with my shares.
Bro, you've got a fair few, yeah. The Regenerate's flying, yeah.
I need a commission.
Yeah,
Even my sub stores.
yeah, he's got the subs
stocks
as well. So
Jake.
that definitely drives me.
Thanks, Jarvis. You're a machine. Jake, you do a lot of things. Can you talk about some of those things?
Yeah,
that you're
well,
happy to
the
talk
main
about?
thing at the moment is my online coaching. Like I said before, I've been doing PT for 10 years. And
So that was face to face.
face to face.
You actually 5-6 clients a day.
Oh, bro, I was doing 60 clients or 60 sessions a week, easy.
That's so if you work at 6 days, it's 10 clients
Yeah,
a day.
yeah.
What,
That's a lot.
45 minutes?
45 minutes. It was a lot.
Like that is
intense.
draining. Yeah.
It just became second nature to me. I liked it. Like, it was my job. I liked it. And everyone knew Jake Cosenza, he was the best PT in Melbourne at the time. Like, go to him. Like, you want to get a good ass,
I
go
actually
to
love
him.
trading
Yeah.
people, by the way.
Yeah, like, that was my thing,
Yeah,
bro. That was
yeah,
my
the
thing.
ass guy.
Bro, that was my thing.
I did
like,
notice you have
for
a
men
quite
or
a
for
nice
women?
ass.
No, for women, obviously. Like, for women. Well, fuck.
Man, I was going to say, I'll come to you, bro. I want to get that fucking shelf pumped.
Gus, I'm not going to lie. You've
Yeah,
already got a big
Boy, I've
ass.
got a fucking dumper, bro.
You were
I was
walking,
thinking, what
It
the
got-
I'll take my pants off with a woman in the fucking room.
you were walking at the fitness expo. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, bro.
So,
Well, that
Jake,
was the thing. That was the thing. Like, it got to the point where, fuck, I got known for giving these girls
Building
big
asses.
Big
asses.
ass.
Bro, that's
But
crazy.
it was mad. Great job. It was
Bro,
mad.
it's a hectic
specialist?
job.
It
The
was a
chicks
sick
are like,
job.
this guy's going to give me a big ass. Imagine how much choss you're going
Weren't
to
you
get.
the
That's
glute
fucking
The
specialist?
nuts.
glute man.
The
Yeah,
glute
that's
man,
what I
yeah.
was known for.
Were
Did you
Like,
have
we
an
actually the
Instagram
glute
or something
man.
called the glute man? Or
Nah, I wasn't going to be that guy.
No, I was like, I thought you did. I don't know.
But fuck, like you go to my Instagram, you see all these fucking.
Just
Most
bunda.
of the strippers in Melbourne were training with me.
I know them all,
Yeah.
bro.
Really?
Yeah,
I know.
literally.
I've seen that.
Literally.
Yeah,
and,
no
like,
way.
and my mate's like, you got the best job ever. I was like, after 10 years of doing it, bro, you don't look at them like, fuck. I
Every
wanna smash
second
that.
stripper that I talk to
Yeah.
all the time, like, yeah, I got to do a check-in for my coach. I'm like, oh, yeah, who's your coach? Like, Jake. I'm like, of fucking course it is.
But
Not
after a
everyone.
while, you don't look at it as arse like that. It's like, fuck, it just becomes your job. You know,
yeah.
everyone's like, fuck, you got
Nah,
the
of
best
course.
job ever.
Oh, you're
It's like,
no, like,
yeah.
I'm taking the piss. You're professional.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me
No, but
let-
don't worry, I have to start off fucking.
Standing out in front of men's gallery with a flyer. That's
Let me get back
crazy.
on track. So, Jake, you did the coaching for years.
Yeah.
When did you transition to online?
It was COVID, like
COVID.
most people.
Yeah.
I
So
was-
did that force you to transition?
It did, man,
Yeah.
because I was in a fucking big rut of depression. I was like, what do I do? What do I
Yeah, that
fucking
COVID,
do?
we went through hell. Yeah.
And
so how
like-
do you get people to? Did you have systems, apps you're using?
Well,
because I feel like there's a lot of online coaches now.
I don't know, man. I just had to throw myself in the deep end. I was like, I had this thing where I just needed to be there for my client. I needed to train them. I wasn't confident in myself to just be the online coach, you know,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I
yeah.
did not. It was just like such foreign territory for me. But then I did it. I was like, fuck, I need to do something because everyone else is evolving and no one's. You get to an age where you're like, no one's coming to fucking help you. You need to do something.
Well
You
said.
do.
You know, you need to
That's
fucking
really
do
well
something.
said,
And then I started getting in my head, it's like, no, I'm gonna fucking do this. And like when you tell yourself you're gonna do something, you're gonna fucking do it. Like if you have any doubt in your head, you're probably not gonna do it.
You won't do it. No.
No, you need to just put it out to the universe. I'm gonna be a fucking great online coach. I'm gonna be a millionaire. I'm gonna do these things, yeah? Like I want it right now where my business is at, I've got over 100 clients at the moment. That's just me. I have 2 people work for me. They're both personal trainers. So they do
That's a lot of clients.
That's a lot of
How
clients.
do
That's a
you,
lot
how
of
do you
clients.
manage 100
Bro,
clients?
It's fucked.
'Cause
I
there's no
actually had
fucking
to
way I can
scale
do
it down to 80 for a bit, just so I could wrap my head about. Because I just blew up. Once I did those reels, my Instagram just blew up.
Can I ask what you charge a week?
Oh, it's $80, bro.
So you're making over $8,000 a week.
Yeah.
Just from
Before
online
taxes,
coaching.
obviously, yeah.
And then you have all the other businesses too. So
Yeah.
you're probably making $20,000 a week. Would that be right?
Nah, fuck, not that much.
Okay.
They're only like small
Little
portions.
things, yeah.
But
It's still good money, $8,000 a week.
$8,000's good, but then like take taxes out of
And
that.
you got
all
your
that.
staff you're paying too, so
Yeah,
you
so
might-
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
so
So I've got
20
staff
grand a
as
month.
well. It's good. It's good money, but like
It's a lot of booba.
I've got a good question for you boys as well after. We're going.
I'll finish what I was going to say first. It's like I had that point where I was like, I'm either going to make it and try my hardest, or I'm just going to fail. So I'd rather just fucking try my hardest, and if I fail, I fail.
100%.
Yeah.
See, I never. It's funny you say that, right? I look at Jake, and I've watched him as a fan and a stalker. For like, you just look at people's Instagram and just watch.
Yeah.
I never think you'd have one doubt or insecurities in your mind at all.
Oh, I did. I really did, bro.
And I think everyone's got a bit of that,
Yeah,
but
course.
they won't show it.
It's how you portray yourself on
Like,
social media.
100%. Like, fuck, it's almost like you fake it till you make it sort of thing, you know what I mean? Like,
100%.
Guaranteed,
It
bro.
is, bro.
I can't agree more
But
on
then,
that.
once you actually start seeing yourself doing it, you start building this momentum and confidence, and it's like, fuck, I'm good at this.
That momentum
I'm
is
fucking
once you got
good at
momentum,
this.
you
Yeah.
can do
Unstoppable.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
the
it wasn't until
confidence.
probably about 6 months ago when I was like, fuck, I've actually established myself in this industry. Like, I already was well known.
I think
but-
before 6 months.
Yeah,
as well.
but more just as an online coach, because I was like, fuck, I'm actually good at my job. Like, all last year, I was in Bali for 6 months of last year working. Like, fuck. 6 months before that, I was like, fuck, I'd
The
love
first
to
time
be.
I really heard about you, someone was like, "That Jake guy's job just parked a Lambo at the gym."
Oh, that's my best mates. That's not
And
mine.
but that's all I heard.
It attracts attention.
It was just- That's all I heard. That's all I heard. So I think there's one of the girls at the gym. So I'm just looking at your Instagram now. So you got 11,000 followers, and of that, you got 100 clients. Do you want to scale that to 500? And how do you do that?
Bro, I want to scale it as much as I possibly can. Like, I have 2 people working for me. My next goal is to get them to 80 clients each. That's my next goal. And then hire more. I want to scale this business to $1 million business. I know I can. And you know what? If that, like... Of
course you can.
If you... I see coaches out there that know fucking a quarter of what I know and are killing it.
Yeah.
Absolutely killing
Killing
it.
In marketing and
In marketing.
systems.
But just being themselves, being funny on the internet. Like, fuck. I start being a funny cunt, I get more people following me. So...
All right. Question for everyone here, for the viewers now, because we podcasts only work if we give people funny, make them laugh, hypersexualized.
Yeah.
So we're not going to do that, or maybe we can.
Maybe.
You can go downstairs, Johnny. We got this. It's fine.
And informative or inspirational. So let's go informative and inspirational now. Anyone there's probably people watching this, online coaches, want to be online coaches or starting a business. We actually all have businesses here
businesses.
now, all right? I'm past the infant stage, getting some momentum. Jarvis, you've killed it. Let's all give people 3 things, and I'll start. If someone's starting a business or have a business that's looking like it's shutting down, what advice would you give them? We haven't prepared this too, but we need to give some content. So I'll start. You guys have to think about what you want to say. So if you are looking to start a business now, what I found with me was, when I started NEVERHOME, I remember I was in the back of my dad's car, I'm thinking, I just love clothes. I was so picky. I remember looking in the mirror thinking, fuck, I want to wear this. I'd have a little chain here. I'd have my tag coming out on my keychain. I'd have a rat tail going down to my ass crack, blonde through my hair. I was really out there. I wanted to start making clothes. Had the idea. And back then it was very hard to start a clothing line because it wasn't just Google and find suppliers, WhatsApp. There was no WhatsApp or any of this shit. It was harder back then. I kept persisting, and I had made a lot of mistakes. And every time I made a mistake, fuck, there's another $5,000 I lost, there's another $3,000 I lost. Sometimes I will order stock, all the sizes are wrong, the manufacturer, it wasn't even my fault. They're not going to take it back. I got all this stock, I just give it away. Made all these mistakes. One thing is, if you really, really believe in it, there's this thing called the sunken fallacy or something. Sometimes you're in something so deep, you feel like you have to continue it. You have to either make the choice to get out and start something new, because you might just be in a shit business and it's just shit, and you've been in it for so long that you just keep going at it, but it's never going to get anywhere. Speak to some people and go, hey, should I continue this, or should I just stop? But if your heart's really passionate about it like this, I know this is the fucking best, sickest brand in the world, and I can get the message out there. I kept pushing. And now, through all the content I've made, because I only got my business partner because of my content.
Yeah.
And why I get the content? Because I'm in fucking mad shape. He saw my Instagram through his trading partner. He saw me at the gym, goes, fuck, that's Johnny Starr. Came up to me. I didn't know who he was. I'm a developer. Great, can I sell some properties for you? He goes, absolutely. Gives me 12 properties to sell. Sell his properties for him. I get sued by Adidas, another mistake. When Adidas sued me, all my money went. All the profit I had, gone. $2,000 left in the business account. I'm like, oh, fuck. $2,000 left, all this stock I can't sell. I was flying, and then I just hit rock bottom again, fucked up again. And I thought about packing it in. I'm like, nah, this is going to push me to level up.
100%.
Had lawyers. You should see all the 50-page cease and desist shit from Adidas, man. I was going through this. I didn't even tell my dad. I didn't tell nobody. I said to myself, don't be a little bitch. I'm a man. I'm going to fucking own this. And I said, I'm going to overcome this. And it's going to be a mad story to tell in the future. So it's like right now, this story that I'm saying right now, that motivated me thinking of this moment right now, getting through that. So I pushed. Met Harry. Found out he's really, really successful. I didn't just ask him straight away to be my business partner. I said, nah, I'll work on it for a year. I built the relationship for a year. I trained him. I got him shredded for Tomorrowland. I met him at the gym. I'd already trained 9 p.m. the night before. I go home 4 hours sleep, meet him at the gym, train him. I was fucking wrecked. So I don't give a fuck. I'm going to push myself. Nobody needs to know. Nobody's going to give a fuck, but I'm going to work my ass off, get him in shape, be good friends with him, and then ask him to be my business partner. And he said yes. I just hit him up for a 12 grand today for more stock because I got 2,500 pairs of shorts coming in. But I fucked up so many times to get to this point.
You have to, bro. That's how you learn.
The fuck ups make you a beast.
100%.
When I fucked up on the natty comp and I got hate, I went so depressed, went to the psych ward 3 times, drug addict, I spent all my money on coke. I'd be racking coke in the fucking sales meeting before work on a Monday morning.
Bad, bro.
I was racking
the
coke
same.
before auctions, dude.
I was the same.
Fucking, this guy's a great auctioneer. I'm like, bang, sold. I was off my head. And
I'll be
then,
getting
unsustainable drug addict. And then I just,
Fuck, bad.
yeah.
I'll be getting clients like, you're so dedicated. You're up at 12 o'clock doing work. It's because I'm like, yep, looking good.
That stuff's the devil, bro.
Bad.
That stuff's the devil. But
You learn from that.
Yeah,
And-
exactly right. I'll finish though. So my number one is keep pushing. If it's shit, really, someone's got to need to tell you, got a shit business, give up. But if you really believe it and keep going, make heaps of mistakes and keep pushing through. Every mistake's going to make you better. Gus.
3 points for business, right?
Top that. No, but honestly, you've
We're
been
going to
through
skip
heaps
it now?
Yeah. No, I mean...
just a couple of tips.
Yeah, no, I'm joking.
Bro, seriously, I think the number one thing that I did, so after I left school, I was a similar story, you know? I was completely fucking off the rails, completely fucked. Drug addict, didn't work, did fuck all, sat at home like a fucking bum, did nothing. Like that was probably maybe 16 to like 18, 19. Went to the psych ward, drugs, fucked, just
Psych
cooking
wards.
it.
Boom.
Let's go, my brother. Let's fucking go back.
You got to go once in your life. It's like a holiday.
You got to go. You got to go and
Let's stop there,
experience the
bro.
goodness. Mate, I sat in a fucking psych ward, Christmas Day 2019. Dude in the room next to me was throwing his shit against the wall.
That's why we're so relatable.
Yeah, bro. But you know what I mean? Like, and in that point, I fucking hated myself. I was bleach white because I never went outside. Just sat playing video games. And I thought, you know what? Like, I'm not going to keep doing this. I lost one of my best mates. He died of a drug overdose. I'm standing here doing the same things. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Like, I'm not going to keep doing this. I can't fuck up his memory and fuck up other friends' memory. I had a mate that shot himself in the fucking head. I had so much bad shit happen, you know? And so I thought, I can't keep, I cannot keep tarnishing them, you know? I need to pull myself out and go hard. And then COVID kind of kicked in. Lost another mate. He killed himself, jumped in front of a train and thought, fuck, this is too much, you know? And that snapped me.
Yeah,
I moved out to the country. I lived there through COVID and I just started fucking training, man. And I hadn't trained in years. I used to train, I was a fighter, and I thought, and then didn't do anything for years and kicked it back off in the country, didn't say shit to fucking anyone. I had all these girls that, you know, I was chasing after these girls and they wouldn't give me shit because I didn't do fuck all, you know? I started training. I started looking after myself. I started eating well. And then it kept going and kept going and kept going. And I thought, you know what? I'm capable of doing shit. I went from, I couldn't even go to a fucking supermarket, bro. Like, I could not walk into a supermarket because I was going to have a fucking anxiety attack.
Yeah,
I'm like, if I see someone I know, I'm going to fucking drop dead in here. Like, I can't do that. So I couldn't go to a supermarket. Didn't go out, didn't do nothing.
How'd you get through training?
The fucking training, bro. I
Training's
started
life
looking
is
after myself. I started looking after myself, got back into the gym, and it just started fucking spiraling. And then I met people. I'd link up with friends that I had from years ago that were doing well, and I had friends that I completely fucking dogged them. I dogged them for drugs, and they fucked me off. You know, they're like, I don't want to be around you. You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Now they're my best mates again. You know, because I pulled myself out of that, and I learned to put myself out. I learned to network. I learned to be confident. I taught myself how to do all this purely from training and looking after myself, and that is obviously. That's my biggest thing. It is having that base of fitness and looking after yourself. And don't get me wrong, there's still, as you boys would as well, and I'm sure maybe you as well, Johnny, there's still days I wake up and go, fuck, I hate my life, fuck, I'm shit, this is whatever. As soon as I get the fuck out there and start getting after it, training, doing what else, I go, hold on a second, I'm good. I've got this shit together, let's fucking focus. It's imperative. That's my number one. The other points as well, it's obviously the content. Content's number one.
This is for business.
Number
content.
two, I should say. But
content.
when it comes to business, my business.
You might say the same thing.
It revolves purely around it.
Content is pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Now.
King. Yeah, content's king.
And even if you're not fucking confident, fake it. Fake it until you make it. Like you said before, Jake, just fucking fake it. That's what I was doing. I'd jump in front of a camera and be like, fuck, I'm wigging out. And then it got to the point where I'd go to a club and 20 people would be like, oh, Gus, can I get a photo? And I'm like, oh, what the fuck is going on? Like, I went to the expo. I didn't do content.
Bro, how many people came to the expo?
Brother,
like, I'm here for
I
Gus.
had about 60 people take photos with
What
me.
about me? They're like, no, here to see Gus.
Yeah, fuck Johnny. I want to see that. I want to see that fat-headed, fucking swollen-faced kid.
He had a line.
Yeah.
Like content, pushing through, getting back in the gym.
And then another thing for me was
about the 2 minutes, I reckon, and then we'll get to
the circle that you're in as well. So I've been in the fucking worst circles with the biggest dogs that would sell me for a bag of coke.
And how'd you get out of that?
Man, that's a tough question to answer. I think by disconnecting myself from all of that and from all of them and just focusing on my training and focusing on bettering myself, I think it kind of just. They kind of just warped away. And I don't hate anyone, you know, I don't have any ill intention, but it's just like I'm at a different point, and I know that through all the trauma and all the bullshit and all the fuck shit that's happened in my life, I'm meant for fucking great things, you know. I'm not going to get there if I sit and just fucking and simp away with everyone else, you know. My team and the team I have around me is fucking unreal, and that's a really important thing. There's a quote that one of my teachers, who I love very much, he used to say it all the time, and he said, it's actually Ziad, he's a friend of yours as well. And he used to say all the time, he said, you can't fly like an eagle when you're surrounded by turkeys. And it's 100% fucking true.
Guaranteed.
If your circle is made up of a bunch of dickheads, guess what you are, cunt? You're a fucking dickhead, you know? And if your circle is made up of people who are chasing goals, they're successful, they're doing things, they're helping you, they're looking after their mental health, they're looking after their body, then guess what you're going to be? You're going to be one of those as well. So, for sure.
I'm going to jump in quickly. Every Wednesday, but I'm doing on Thursday, I train Harry's mates. They're a couple of billionaires in Melbourne. Very well. No one knows about them, Indian crew. And the conversations these guys are having are on another level. The guys I used to hang out with, it's like, oh, need some more money for a bag. I'm fucking through the ATM, I'm running out of money. You got to associate with the right people.
Yeah, 100%.
And get the right friends. Jarvis?
So my top 3 tips
because your
before I
business has
start
gone,
is I used to be a sparky. Fucking hated my job. I'd wake up every day being like, fuck this, I don't want to do this. And I'm someone, I can't get told what to do. If you tell me what to do, I am like, fuck you, I'll automatically resent you. So when my boss or someone used to be like, oh, go do this or go do that and do it this way and that way, and it's fucking, I just built up resentment. And one day I said, nah, fuck this, there's no way, I'll have to be my own boss. I've always wanted to start my own business. And then one day, reality hit me so fucking hard. I was looking at my parents and I'm like, fuck, they're getting old. I'm like, well, like this, it actually hit me. They said, fuck, they're getting old.
What about getting old though?
I have a fear of getting old. You get one shot at life. If you don't make it in that one shot, you're fucked. Yeah. So I think looking at my parents getting old, I was like, fuck, I've got to make something out of myself. And I instantly snapped that moment. It wasn't obviously that moment, but it was a build-up of things. And I said, fuck, I've got to do something now. Jumped into coaching, and my parents hated it. They said, "No, what the fuck are you doing? Why? Like, it's not stable. It's not this. It's not that."
Curry parents,
yeah,
too.
curry parents, and they hated it. They were obviously they wanted the best of me. If I wasn't an accountant or a doctor, I was fucking failing them. And you know what it's like. You want to make your parents happy. When they've brought you up in a nice cultured family that look after you, your number one goal, or it was to make my parents happy. And that moment, I said to myself, I've got to make something out of myself. You get one shot at life, fucking go after it. And then that was when I jumped into the coaching in the fitness industry. And obviously I had a good mentor at the time, my coach Dave, helped me through it, great person. And like what Gus said, surround yourself with the like-minded people because
100%.
their normality becomes your new normality. So if you're hanging around coke addicts, what's normal to them is now fucking normal to you. 100%. And in reality, that's not normal. Doing drugs every day is not normal. So when you're hanging around successful people doing successful things, their normality is now your normality. Hanging around someone like Johnny, it drives you to the next level. And that's when I obviously started Lifted. Was obviously when I was coaching, I was working in a supplement store, I was managing things here and there, and I kept pushing my own clients onto other brands. And one day I just clicked. I said, "Fuck, two of my good mates, they manufacture supplements. I've got over fucking 80 clients in the business. I'm pushing them all into different brands. Why not start my own brand?" And then that's when,
and
drawing back to where I was saying, having these thoughts and ideas, but not acting upon them,
executing,
you have to fucking execute. And it was in my mind for about 6 months, just kept thinking in the background. I kept telling people. And then one day I just said, fuck it. I called my mate. I said, "Hey, we're having a meeting. You're coming to my house. We're going to do this." He came over. We signed. Everything was agreed within, I reckon, 20 minutes. We started manufacturing, started the formula, started this, started that.
Yeah, you had the money to do it as well, though.
You have to have the money to do it. Yes, guaranteed. And I think alongside having that drive and ambition, you do got to have some form of financial backing. But even if you don't, if it fails, what's going to happen? You fucking try again. Money can always be made. But you can't make up for lost time.
You can always find money if you need to. If you have 100%. A good enough
guaranteed
dream you can sell to someone, you'll get the money.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
No, but,
you can't make up for lost time.
Jake said he wanted money from us to blow up his coaching. We'd all give him some money, not that he needed it, but we know his work ethic.
And that comes back as well to the networking and who you surround yourself with.
Yeah. So my top 3 tips would be, honestly, is just stop talking, start walking. Act upon, 100%. Stop talking, start walking. My second biggest tip is you've got one shot at life. Can you honestly make something out of it? Don't sit there and fucking, surround yourself with shit people. Go after and get what you're worth. And probably my third tip would be be humble. That's probably my favorite tattoo. Hands down, my favorite tattoo is always be humble.
Very
no matter
humble.
where you go, what you
humble.
do, always be humble because that will get you very far in life.
Yeah. My dad sent me a verse about humility.
Did he? See, my parents and his parents are very similar. My dad will message me the best messages, and we can relate because we get the same messages.
My dad's very religious.
Yeah.
And then I'm getting on to you. My dad said, "Love you, champ. Stay humble." Reminds me of a Bible verse, 1 Peter 5, verse 5. God opposes the proud, but shows favor to the humble.
Yep.
No one likes an arrogant person.
No one
no.
does.
Yeah.
Absolutely
And I've
not.
been, and when I was young, I got a little bit cocky sometimes, especially with girls.
We
too.
all have, bro.
We've
I
all
get any
been
chick I
cocky.
want,
Yeah.
this and that. And I was very cocky. And then God will humble you. God will humble you.
Guaranteed.
Through other people bringing you down, or God himself will, he'll give you what's coming for you when you're ready for it.
No,
He'll
it's when
open
you
the
least
floods.
expect it.
Yeah.
It's when you least expect it, bro.
I think it's when you're ready or least expected. But I know I'm ready for things to start coming, but I've still got some things up here that aren't perfect. But Jake, you got a lot of businesses that you're not going to mention, but how did you get so successful, or what advice would you give? And we've got to wrap it up in about 5 minutes, boys.
I think the most important one is when you want to start to become successful is you need to have a fucking hard conversation with yourself.
Yeah.
You really need to look yourself in the mirror
100%.
and be like, and there's a lot of things that you boys already said. Am I hanging out with the right people? Am I okay in myself to become, am I the person I want to be right now? And if not, how the fuck do I change that? Because I wasn't perfect. When I was PTing and I was like having a lot of clients, everyone knew who I was fucking around. I was doing stupid shit. I was getting complacent. And then like I burnt bridges everywhere. Like I got kicked out of the gym for doing stupid shit. Like just getting to my head. I was arrogant.
Success breeds complacency.
Oh, it
sometimes.
does. It does. And I was young at the time. Don't get me wrong. So like when you're having fucking lots of girls message you, this, that, like your business going good, you think you're flying in life. You're really not.
Yeah.
Unless, and it's internally I was hurt. I was not okay internally. I was like, I was really fat as a kid.
Where?
Yeah, I was fucking overweight, man. Like, so I think it was like an ego thing to me. It was like fucking like to prove my younger self that look at me now. And like it just got to my head. And I started losing friends because of it. And if it wasn't for them bringing me back down to earth, say, bro, you got shit going on, you need to fix. And the first thing I fixed was myself.
Wow.
And once I fixed myself, I just opened up the doors to wanting to be better business-wise, being a better person, being a better brother, son, uncle, all of that. And once I did, like, everyone that was around me, it was just like, oh my God, look at Jake. Like, he's the person we thought he could be. And that's when my life changed. And like business side, like hanging around the right people goes a long way. Like, shout out to Nick. Like, ever since Nick came into my life and I moved to Melbourne Muscle, he's the owner of Melbourne Muscle. He owns Cartel. He's part owner of G-Up with Troy Candy, Adrian and all that. Mate, he's the hardest working man I've ever met in my life. Like, and when I met him, I'm like, fuck, I want to be like that guy.
Does he have a steel fabrication business or something too?
Yeah, he's a roofing business as well.
Yeah, I heard that, yeah.
Yeah, roofing business and steel fabrication as well.
Oh, he's a really nice guy.
Fuck. And he owns petrol stations. Like,
that's good.
He's
That's
got
crazy.
everything, man.
That's crazy.
This guy's the hardest working man. I can't have a conversation with him without his phone ringing 10 times a day, and he's got to answer it because it's work. But coming into that circle and seeing, like, you know, being around like his mates, Troy, Adrian, see how successful they all are, but more just Nick, and seeing how successful and so happy he is with his family, I was like, I want that.
How do you get
That's
into those
awesome.
circles though? Like it's
You got to
hard.
prove yourself, man.
Yeah,
Sorry, what'd you say?
Yeah, but how do you get into these circles? Right now, there's a kid watching this that's going to go, I want to just start hanging around successful people. It's not.
You don't try and
just
go
rock
out of your
up.
way to get into a circle. Make
Yeah.
your own circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make your own circle, and
I
that
think build
draws the
build
people
yourself.
to
At the
it.
same time, you got to prove yourself as
Yeah,
well.
100%.
You got to have something to offer.
Yeah,
Someone's
what-
got to
what
see
you
that
said
in you.
about- what
like
you said
Harry
about-
saw something in you.
Yeah. Jake said that you need to look at yourself and reevaluate, you know, who you are. Like, that's incredibly fucking important. That's incredibly important.
I've seen the most successful people just derail themselves. I've been one
Very
of them.
common.
Yeah.
Been one because
Very common.
there's issues going on there. They just fucking don't think they need a fix. And I swear to God, like, I've fucking spent hundreds and thousands of dollars on fucking personal development and counselling. Not because I needed to, it's because I wanted to. And because I knew that there was shit in my life that I wasn't doing or wasn't proud of, that I didn't want to be that person. Or act in certain ways or act on emotion. I acted on emotion a lot, which was very detrimental to business. So my tip I'll just have the one tip, because you've pretty much covered everything, would just be have a hard talk to yourself. Make sure you align with your goals and you're the person you want to be and everyone else wants to be, and be in the right circle. That's key.
Yeah. Very well said. Very, very well said.
We should maybe start a little business between us all on the side one day.
Yeah.
You should.
I think key
Topless waitresses?
key
Oh,
takes
you just beat me to it. Fuck.
Let's fucking
we'll just
go.
do it.
I said toppies.
no.
Yes.
We're so deep and meaningful. You have to throw in the top.
Come on, man.
Jarvis
You've got the
and
network.
myself, we're staying away. We're pretty much.
I'll coach you for free. You just come work for us.
Done.
I think the key takeaway for me is that we all had to take responsibility.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people are lazy. It's a talk of people are lazy. They don't do the meal prep. They don't go to the gym. They're complacent. They're blaming other people. Once you take responsibility, and I love what you said, take a good hard look at yourself. You too, all of us really. Take a good hard look at yourself and go, okay, I need to make some changes here. I need to drop these friends and focus on myself. And I think all of us, the key thing that's helped me for sure is just the fucking gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I don't think I'd be here.
I would 100% be dead.
Yeah.
100%. Whether to some bullshit or to my own fucking hand. 100%.
It releases good endorphins.
Physically fit to an extent makes you mentally fit too.
Yeah, of course.
So, routine.
routine.
It's routine.
Routine will set you free.
Oh, routine just gives you that
guaranteed.
mindset of just.
It's everything.
Just I can't even explain it. If I didn't have my routine, I'd fucking just be off with the fairies, man.
But that's another good thing as well. People who look after themselves physically but don't look after themselves mentally.
That's it.
Yeah, and it's something that I'm sure all of us have done in the past.
100%.
Yeah.
All of us
of
have done.
course.
Or, I mean, I still do it sometimes. You know,
Both, yeah.
But you know now, so you can pull
Now I
yourself
know,
up on it.
and I can see the triggers, and it doesn't get as crazy as it used to.
We had a lot of questions come in, but it's all macros training, brand building and stuff. I think we can answer some more of that stuff on the next podcast. But we've been an hour now.
Beautiful.
I think that was actually went pretty well. What do you think? Good information.
Yeah.
Thank you all
Thank
for
you,
coming
Johnny.
along. Gus, can we whack the Instagrams on? We'll put it in the caption at the bottom. So Gus, Jarvis, Big Sexy Jake, thanks so much. Should we do it again?
100%.
Look, let's see if people like it first.
Yeah,
If you
guaranteed.
like any of the content from today, let us know. Like, subscribe, share any of these reels. Tell us what you want to see more of. We might ask for more questions too, but we didn't want to talk about macros.
No boring shit.
About
Yeah.
training.
I think-
Yeah.
That's
Real
been
life
done
shit.
enough.
There-
Been done
yeah,
enough.
yeah. We're real blokes
Yeah.
living in Melbourne.
Yeah.
All got our own businesses, all been through a bit of shit, and we've got through that now. And I'm 35, right? I'm middle aged.
You're 11 years older than me.
I'm 11 years older than you, and I'll show you one thing quickly before I go. This is really, really cool. My brother moved into the place I used to live in, and on the wall inside, on the wall was something a poster of myself that I had with notes on it from 10 years ago. And I'll send it to you, right? But it's really hard to see. But that was a poster of me from a photo shoot I did.
Yeah.
So these are my goals. Earn $150,000 in 2014. Were you even alive then?
What are you? Okay.
So that's 10 years ago. Okay, I wanted to do a photo shoot with Louis Raphael. I wanted to go to church every Sunday, non-negotiable. Diet, body, mind, 100% positive always. This is my mindset 10 years ago.
So this is 2014.
When I wrote this back in 2014.
That's so hectic.
Okay. World's most aesthetic body. Always had that vision in my mind. I wanted 100K followers on IG. Still haven't done that yet.
We'll get there.
Reply to all my fans because I had a lot of fans there. And on this side, I wrote this. This is what how I was talking to myself back then. Remember where I came from. Stay humble at all times. If God is with me, who could be against me? Family's priority. Dad, mum, and Daniel, my little brother. Good example. Make a difference. Inspire the next generation. I was thinking of this shit a decade ago.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting with you.
That's crazy.
One inspiring. My brother just sent me this. It's weird how this fucking, I'm
fucking
telling you, it's
crazy.
weird, bro. You deserve this. Living my dream.
That
I wrote
is
that
so
10 years ago.
Fucking hectic.
Now, 10 years later, like things have progressed, but there's so much shit happened in that 10 years, man. This is 10 years ago, 2014. Inspire, humble, living my dream. But you know what kept going is, kept fucking working out. You know, back then I was looking like this, pretty good. I kept going to the gym. I derailed a few times, but gym and discipline in the gym will have an on-flowing effect in everything we do.
Jim saved my life, man.
100%.
It's the best. We'll wrap it up.
Well done, boys.
Thank you.
Thank you.